All right, Kev. Baseball season's coming up. You pumped up or what?
Oh yeah, I'm pumped.
All right,
do
man.
it.
Well, got a few questions for Kevin today. It's the 2015 edition of Talking Mets Baseball with Kevin Patterson, and let's see what he's got to say about the season. So you pretty happy, Kev?
I'm happy. Yes, I am.
All right. Let me see what we got here. All right. It's been quite a while since the Mets have won the World Series.
Right.
1986.
A long time ago.
Okay. Keith Hernandez was 32 years old, and now he's 61.
Right.
I was 25 and you were 28.
Yeah.
So I think it's about time they won the World Series.
Oh, it's about time.
Right.
They're due. Overdue. They have to win.
That's
this
for
is
sure.
their year.
You know, listen, last year you said the Mets were going to be 500, play 500 ball, and they were pretty darn close. You also said they were going to get the wild card.
Right.
What happened?
They didn't get the wild card.
I know.
They had, maybe a lot of injuries, but I think this year,
Well, what's your prediction for this year?
wild card to make to the playoffs.
You think so?
Yeah.
How many wins are they going to have?
About 88.
88?
Yeah.
Well, that would be close.
That would be
I think they'd be
close.
right in there, right?
It would be right in there. Yes, it would.
Very good. All right. Listen, everyone's talking about the Mets starting pitching, obviously, and I'm going to assume it's going to be pretty good,
Oh yeah.
right?
It's DeGrom, Harvey, Wheeler's hurt. All right. G, Neese, Colon. Those are good 5 starters right there. If each guy can go 5-6 innings, and the
5, 6
bullpen
innings,
can hold them
that's
up.
not too many. All right, listen, most of the time, they only go maybe 7 innings.
Right.
The most, right?
Right.
Once in a while, 8. What about the relievers, though? If the relievers aren't going to deliver, we're
They
gonna
have to
a problem.
deliver.
What do you think?
Mejia, Familia, the 2 other guys they got from the Padres and the Nationals, 2 left-handers they picked up. They're really good. I think the bullpen's going to be really good. I hope the bullpen will be good.
It better be good.
Yeah, they better be good. Yeah.
What's one thing that scares you about the team this year?
Nothing really scares me.
No?
No, nothing really.
You're not worried about anybody on the team in particular?
I always say I worry about Murphy, playing second base, but he'll be all right. I like the way he hits. He's a good 300 hitter, and I worry about Murphy sometimes.
Really? Okay, well, he's like one of my favorite players, so
Yeah.
I have a feeling he'll do fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not that worried about him at second base. I mean, he makes a couple errors here and there, but
Oh yeah.
they all do, But
Right.
he hits.
He hits. Yeah.
He could win the batting title.
I hope he can.
All right, listen, I know you've been a Mets fan basically your whole life.
Right.
Can you remember as a kid when you first realized you were a Met fan?
Oh wow. Yeah. Watching him on TV, finally going to see a game live, watching Tom Seaver almost pitch a perfect game against the Cubs in 1969. That's when I said, "Wow, this is great."
Right.
I'm a Mets fan. I'm here watching Tom Seaver almost make history.
Right.
It was awesome.
At the time, you were about
12.
12 years old.
Yeah, my brother and I are watching the game. Our neighbor took us.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this is great. I want to see more Met games live.
Well, do you remember being a Met fan earlier than that, though? 12 years old? Do you remember anything?
Yeah, I do. I remember my
That's a long
first
time
Met
ago.
game I went to. My father took us a year before. I'm sitting there watching the grass. When you first walk into your seat,
Right.
you're like, wow, look at the grass. It's like awesome, the whole field.
Who was watching the games with you? Was it your everybody in your family, or was it?
Everybody in my family became all Met fans.
Right. Cool. Do you? 1969 was a long time ago. Do you actually remember the Mets winning the World Series in '69?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I remember.
That was a big deal. I mean, I was a little small. I was only
Yeah.
like 8 years old. But
Yeah.
what about '86?
86 was a great year.
It's a long time ago since they won the World Series. Really,
Yeah,
man.
it
It's
was.
29 years ago.
They had-
Do you remember going to any games during 1986?
Oh man, I'm sure I don't remember, but I'm sure I did go to a few games in '86.
Right.
But they were a really good team.
All right, let me just go to a little bit of World Series trivia. Mets '86.
All right.
during the World Series, 5 players for the Mets hit home runs. Can you name them? I can't give you all day on this either.
I know.
Think about it.
Carter,
Right?
Strawberry.
Right?
I was gonna say Dystra, but I know he hit one in the playoffs. Maybe he won the World Series too.
Okay.
Um,
Actually, there's just 2 more. You got 3 so far.
Howard Johnson. I think Ray Knight.
No, you're wrong on Howard Johnson. It was Carter, Lenny Dykstra, Ray Knight, Darryl Strawberry, and Tim Tuffle.
Tuffle, right? Tuffle
Right.
was good. Yeah. Forgot about Tuffle. I knew he played second base, but I forgot he hit a home run.
All right, we'll stick to 1986 for a minute. Mets used 8 pitchers in total during the 1986 World Series. Can you name them?
Doc Gooden, Sid,
Right,
Ron Darling,
right,
Bobby Ojeda.
right.
You mean starters or relief pitchers too?
Both.
Oh yeah. Aguilera,
Right.
Orozco,
Yes.
McDowell.
Yes. I think you only.
I think
one
Doug
more.
Sisk.
I think you got them all.
I did, yeah.
You had every single one. And Doug Sisk only pitched like 2/3 of an inning.
Right.
Just that's it, and you got it.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn good.
Thank you.
Now listen, last time we went to the Met game,
Yeah.
I thought you drank one too many beers.
Oh please.
Could you comment on that?
Wait, no.
Could you comment on that fact?
Oh, I don't think so. I think we drank the same.
I'm just goofing. I'm just goofing.
We were eating heroes in the parking lot, drinking a few beers.
I know. All right, listen. When you were younger, you were always swinging a baseball bat.
Yes.
Every time I saw you, had a
In
baseball
front of my
bat.
garage.
Yeah. Do you still do that?
No.
You don't? Do you still have a baseball bat?
I still have the bat, but it's in my room.
You don't swing it at all ever?
No.
No?
No.
All right, well. All right, I figured I'd ask that one.
It was fun.
All right, listen. This is another trivia. I got a container here with 20 random years in it. Just pick a piece of paper.
All right.
You got just one?
I think so.
All right. Open it up. I want you to give me the Mets
Oh, right.
starting. What is it?
1977.
Ooh, 77. Okay, give me the Mets, if you can, the Mets starting 9 and the pitching staff.
1977.
And I don't even have the answers to all this, but I'm just curious to see what you say. We could always check it later.
1977.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Catcher, I think John Stones.
Okay.
First base, I think no Kingman. I think was no. Wait, I'm sorry. I think it was Milner.
All right.
Second base, 77. Guessing Felix Millan. Shortstop Bud Harrelson. Third base, 1977. I think third base was Roy Steiger.
I don't even know who that is.
Came up, I think, with them in the 70s. The
I never
outfield,
even heard of that guy.
left field, I think Cleon Jones was still there.
Right.
Center field, was Mazzilli there? No, Lee Mazzilli, I think, there at the time.
Right.
In right field, Mike Vail, I think.
Well, what about the pitching staff? Could you remember?
Tom Seaver.
77. We're talking.
Yeah, Tom Seaver
Right.
before he left. I think Kuzma was still there. Craig Swan. I can't remember anymore.
I mean, I'll have to check that later on, but
Yeah,
it sounds pretty good.
yeah.
All right. Give me your thoughts on Wally Backman.
As a manager,
Whatever.
he was a good ball player. I loved the way he played second base. He was scrappy, ball player, got base hits. He was really good back then when he first came up. Him and Mookie Wilson.
Right.
And he's a manager now for in the minor leagues, but he'll be a good manager someday in the major
You
leagues.
think you'll ever manage the Mets?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think I don't think they want him as manager of the Mets.
I think something might have to happen for him to become manager.
Something has to happen. I don't think he'll ever manage the Mets ever.
Right.
I think if they get somebody else, they'll probably get Tuffle or one of the coaches in the dugout or somebody from somewhere else.
It could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
Interesting. Actually, I think the game is on right now.
Like that because you'd rather see Prince Fielder do something like
I don't know. Something about Wally Backman. It's like he's good, but I don't think he'll manage the Mets if it ever happens.
The minor league team has done great.
Yeah, they are doing great.
So, I don't know. We'll have to see.
We have to see, yeah.
We'll have to see. All right. Do you have a current favorite Mets player?
Now, I like, oh, wow. David Wright.
David Wright?
Yeah.
Well, he needs to have a pretty decent year this year.
He has to have a good year this year.
It doesn't have to be fantastic,
No.
but he's got to do decent.
If he has 25 home runs, 80 RBIs, bats 280 to 300, I'll be fine with that. He's got to hit the all fields, and move the fences in a little bit more. He's got to have a good year. He has to. The last 2 years were bad for him. So he has to have the year of David Wright.
What about the new guy, Kadire?
I like Kadire. He's doing good in spring training.
Yeah, like 6 home runs.
Yeah, I know. 6 home runs, and I hope he keeps it up. I like Kadire. I've always liked Kadire.
I have a feeling Granderson's going to do really good.
I hope so, too. He's got the batting coach back from the Yankees.
Yeah.
He readjusted his batting stance or something a little bit.
Right.
And I think he'll do really good with the power, driving a lot of runs, steal bases.
Right.
I like Granderson.
Yeah. I'm not worried about Flores at shortstop either.
I like Flores. What I've seen of him in spring training so far this year, he's going to be good. I've always liked Flores.
Yeah.
He's going to be good.
I think he's going to have a couple of key big hits.
I think he will.
You know? And I like the fact that Tejada's backup. If he
Tejada's
is
still there.
backup, you know, he still has a shot to do some good things, I think.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is kind of an interesting question. Are you a Yankee hater?
I'm not a Yankee hater.
No.
I do watch the Yankees.
Right.
Yeah.
And but what about the fact, like, does it just drive you crazy when they're always in the playoffs and the Mets are never in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Or does it bother you at all?
No, well, it bothered me a little bit.
Right.
I wish the Mets were in the playoffs, but
Right.
I would watch the Yankees in the World Series back then.
Because you're just a baseball fan.
I'm a baseball fan.
Right. Yeah, personally, I mean, when the Yankees are in the playoffs, I don't even watch. If the Mets aren't in there, I'm not a Yankee hater either, but
Yeah.
to me, I'm just like, whatever.
Like when they played the Dodgers in 78, 77, 78, when Reggie hit the 3 home runs.
Right.
That was awesome.
Right.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah. Can you think of your angriest moment as a Met fan? Just something that's just like, I can't believe it.
All right.
It's got to be a few.
I know, there has to be a few. I
Probably
just
more
can't
than
think.
that.
I don't know. So many.
Well, with me, it
When
always...
Beltran struck out against Rain White.
Oh, well, that was bad, yeah.
That was bad. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I know.
They should have won that game.
To me, it's always the relievers that get me the most
Yeah.
annoyed. It's just like when they blow a game.
Couple years ago when Casilla dropped that pop up against A-Rod, Mets Yankee game on a Friday night.
Who are you talking about?
Louis Castillo.
Oh, Castillo, yeah.
When he dropped that pop up right to him.
That was pretty bad.
That was to end the game,
and
he dropped it. I was so upset. I was yelling and screaming.
I know.
The Mets lost that game.
That was crazy. All right. Back to I know you played Little League a little bit, right?
Right.
Were you in like a teenager, right? Weren't you a teenager?
Yeah.
How old were you? Do you remember exactly?
13, 14.
Yeah. Do you remember much about it?
Yeah, I remember playing outfield, right field.
Yeah. Well, it was like, who were you playing with? Do you remember any of the kids on your team still?
Not really.
No? Did you have fun? Do you remember?
I did have fun, yeah.
Yeah? Do you remember the name of the team?
Yeah, we were the Mets.
Oh, you are?
It was the Pinto Leagues.
Oh, Pinto
Pony
Leagues,
Leagues.
Right.
We were the Mets one year and the Yankees the other year.
Right.
We had the blind manager.
Oh, right, that's right. I forgot. I think I actually came to see you play.
Yeah,
Did you
you
play at
did.
the high school once?
Yeah.
Or is that where you played?
We had high school.
Right, yeah.
We had a blind manager, and he was really good. Came in first place 2 years in a row.
Right. Wow. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Why don't you just give me some thoughts on growing up on Tanglewood Road? Tanglewood Lane. Is it
Tanglewood
Lane?
Road, yeah.
Tanglewood Road, yeah.
It was fun. It was great. It was fun growing up on Tanglewood Road. Everybody was there.
Right.
All our friends were there. You know, it was so great.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great time too.
It was a great time, great neighborhood.
Right, absolutely. How many games do you think you're going to go to this year?
I went to 3 last year. I want to go to more than that. Maybe 5 or 6. I want to go to 6 games.
6 games?
Maybe more.
Right.
I know I'm going to one with my niece July 25th against the Dodgers. It's a
Right.
Saturday night game.
Right.
That's one game I'm going to.
Right.
July 25th.
I know we got to go this year.
Yeah, we have to.
You know, it was a lot of fun when we went last year.
It was.
Seats were decent, and there was the one time that they actually beat Washington.
Yeah. G pitched.
Oh,
He
G
won.
pitched? Yeah,
I think
can
he did.
remember
Yeah,
that.
he did. He won.
What was the score? Do you remember?
Was it 5-4?
I don't
Either
know.
5-4 or 4-3.
All I remember is we were pretty happy. You know.
We were.
Well, any other thoughts on the team for this year?
Like I said, I'm excited with the group of rookies they have. I like to see them bring up Reynolds late in the year.
Right.
Campbell's not going to make the team, but I hope he comes back up late in the year. I'm excited with this Met team. I think they're really going to do good this year. The pitching staff, DeGrom and Harvey, and the rest of them, and the relief pitching. I'm excited with this Met team. I think they're really going to go to the playoffs.
I hope so. Do you
I hope-
have a favorite pitcher this year?
I love DeGrom.
Yeah, me too. I think
I
he's like
saw
my favorite.
DeGrom pitch last year against the Giants
Right.
when he almost had no hitter going through 6 innings.
Right.
Him and Jake Peavy. Then he got a base hit to win the game. Him and Harvey 1-2. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah. I think one of them has a chance to win Cy Young. You know?
Yeah, I think DeGrom will.
You know. I think the Mets they got a chance to win an extra 10 games this year.
Yes.
More than they did last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if Washington doesn't do nearly as good as they
No, I don't think
did.
so because they have a lot of people injured in spring training. Jason Worth, Donat Spahn, they both hurt. Plus one of the pitchers I think is hurting too.
Right.
So I don't think they're not really the same as they were last year compared to this year. So I think that the Mets, I think the Mets can beat Washington more times this year than last year.
Well, last year they never beat him really.
I know they never beat them. No,
If they
you're right.
could just win, if they could just split.
Right. If they could beat them, plus Miami, plus the Braves. I know the Braves picked up a pitcher last night from Arizona, Trevor Cahill,
Right.
who's a good pitcher. But the Mets have to beat all the teams in the division.
What about there's one player on the team I'm a little concerned about. It's Travis Darnell.
Yeah, I am too. He's got to hit. He's got to get his average up over 250, driving some runs, hit more home runs.
Yeah, I hope. I know he has potential, but they got that other guy in the minors.
Yeah.
Plawecki?
Pataki.
No, Plawecki.
Paricki, you're right.
Plawecki,
Paricki.
yeah.
Oh, I saw him a few times on TV.
Right.
He looks good.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want to add?
That's it.
That's about it.
Let's go, Mets. I hope you guys do good this year.
All right, listen. For being on the show this year, I got a gift for you, and it's free admission to the 50-yard line sports bar. All right.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you.
I know you go there every night.
I know. Yeah, every Friday.
And also free pitcher of draft beer at 50-yard line, but you have to split that with me.
All right.
All right, cool.
That's cool.
All right. Well, that's talking Mets baseball with Kevin Patterson, and hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, I did. Thank you very much.
And,
I'm done.
yeah, that's it.
Is this for real?
Yeah, it's for real.